us forward and we'll go step by step. Thank you, sir.
I'm the last speaker, and I think a lot of things have been covered throughout the day because there were so many eminent speakers that I'm really wondering whether this presentation is really going to be a lot of repetition for you, but still I will try to quickly take it through. At the outset, I would like to thank Mr. Kiran Gubba as well as his father for giving me this opportunity. I personally have been associated with Gubba for a very long time. I would say almost more than 20 years after I came to Hyderabad. And I really admire their business model because they have sort of focused in one particular area. It's a very niche area, that is the storage of various agricultural things, and more so in case of seed. And they have really dedicated in this particular line of activity. And the kind of customer focus they have developed, the kind of relationship that they have developed with so many seed companies, that it's really amazing, because we really need to take some leaf out of their strategies for our seedsmen also, because the way they are dedicated to their customers, the way they have tried to bring us together, not only this year, but even in the past 2-3 years, I am seeing that they are always having some get-togethers and we get opportunity to meet each other. Plus this news magazine that has been started, that also has really been giving so much of information about the industry, which we are rarely getting from various other magazines and publications, So my full compliments to them, and I'm really happy that I'm here on this 25-year celebration, and I wish that they have very, very long life, and we see that your golden jubilee and further jubilee celebrations also take place. Now coming back to the topic, there was little bit of confusion in my mind also, whether it is future of seeds or seed industry. So I have tried to focus more on seeds, and maybe last couple of slides is about the industry. You can start. So basically, the future food requirement is going to grow. By 2050, global food demand will go almost double. Population will rise from current 7 billion to almost 9.2 billions. And global per capita food consumption will also increase from 2,900 kilocalories to 3,050 kilocalories. Next. More people will have to be fed from the limited land. Next. Amount of food required in the next 40 years is almost what we have produced over last 12,000 years. I think in one of the previous slides also this point had come, which was from ISF, this thing slide. And as the incomes rise in the emerging economies, the consumers will demand diets which will be more in nutrition, which will have to provide more nutrition. This is the crop-wise demands, and we can virtually see that in each and every crop, particularly food crops, the demand will have to be much more. And we have to produce all this from the limited land area. Next slide. Now, the next big question comes is, are the conditions favorable for these targets? Food crisis will aggravate further in the face of the following conditions. One is there is a big climate change happening. Heat and drought conditions are becoming very frequent, and there are frequent floods also parallelly with the drought, and increased crops vulnerability to the pests and diseases attacks. As we are trying to develop more and more genetically modified crops or new agrochemicals, the pest is also evolving and they are also becoming resistant, and as a result of which we are finding that some other pest attack is becoming major challenge. Then there is a big resource scarcity, diversion of arable land for urbanization, industrialization, and also for producing biofuels. See, fuel scarcity, fuel shortage is also another thing which has finally crept into agri sector by having these biofuels. Depleting water tables and deteriorating soil health Soil health is also going bad because we are not managing it properly. And limited fossil fuels, which is again putting a pressure on biofuels. Factor productivity is coming down, diminishing average per acre land holding. These challenging conditions require us to transform the way we grow our food. Next slide. So this is where we come to seed, which is the most important input in agriculture. Seed being the most critical farm inputs in agriculture production, it holds the key for increasing the productivity of agriculture, and more so in India, because in India we have tremendous pressure on our land, and we have to understand that unless the productivity grows, we will not be able to really face the situation, and seed will be very crucial. Next. So in the past also, green revolution and new technologies in seeds has contributed to improved agricultural yields. For example, high yielding varieties of wheat and rice came in 60s and 70s. Then hybrids of maize, jawar, bajra came. BT cotton has revolutionized our cotton cultivation. Similarly, now hybrid seeds of paddy, single cross maize, these are also adding lot to the productivity. Despite of all these things, India still lags behind other nations in terms of agricultural productivity and adoption of new technologies. Next. Now biotechnology coupled with other crop improvement technologies can bring a revolutionary change and help meet the growing food requirements. Next. Next one. So in biotechnology, we have got genetic engineering or genetically modified crops, where we have climate adapted varieties which will be heat and drought tolerant. Similarly, disease tolerance and insect tolerance, like BT cotton, we have got BT maize and BT brinjal, and so many other things can come. And one more thing which is being worked on is exploiting hybridity by introducing CMS systems in various crops, because even today hybrid crops are very limited in number. So there could be good opportunity for introduction of CMS system through genetically modified CMS systems. Next one. Similarly, there are non-GM applications like molecular breeding, where you can have productive hybrid, accelerate the product development cycle through these mechanisms. So all these possibilities are there. Next slide. Then there is another important aspect which I think we will have to keep in mind, is how do we make our agriculture sustainable. There was a very good talk on sustainability of the business by my colleague Mr. Patil. Similarly, agriculture also requires to be made sustainable, and there is, I think, lot of thought to go behind that, because moment we talk about sustainability in agriculture and start talking about various concepts of sustainability, we feel that we are again going back in the time period, or whether it is organic farming or various other practices. But I think now the time has come that we have to really seriously take a look at it, where we will have to see how we can reduce the application of chemical fertilizers and chemical pesticides. Because after all, environment is also getting degraded, and we are seeing the effects of it in terms of global warming and various other challenges. So what we believe is organic farming and the various other components that come for making the agriculture sustainable, they would become equally important in the years to come. And this is something which is extremely difficult, because all these benefits are not very short-term kind of benefits, and it becomes extremely difficult to convince the farmer to adopt some of these practices. Because if we had done something of this kind, maybe we would not have seen the degradation of soil which has taken place in highly fertile zones of Punjab and Haryana, which are now getting, year by year, they are getting depleted. We are finding that the water tables are going down. And all this is because we are using some inputs in a very rampant way. If some farmers would like to go in, they would just keep on putting more and more nitrogenous fertilizers, just because our policies are not really balanced, So they are not applying balanced fertilizers. There is a lot of micronutrient deficiency. We saw in Andhra Pradesh, pesticide application in 80s and 90s for synthetic pyrethroid, it went so high that finally the crops became susceptible to various other kind of pests. So I think we need to really go back into all these things and start having integrated nutrient management, integrated pest management, and all these practices have been in existence for a very long time, but still we have lagged behind. Just like today, our colleague in this rodent management said that we are back to 1979 when it comes to controlling rodents. Similarly, in these practices also, we have really not moved forward. Even watershed management, which is a very sustainable kind of a thing, that also not much progress has happened. Even though in some patches it has been done, and there the results are extremely good. Even in the drought years, we have seen that farmers in Ahmednagar or Aurangabad district, they have been able to cultivate 2 crops, even in the severest of the drought, because they are able to conserve the water. Water harvesting practices have been really practiced very well. So I think this is where we really need to put our mind, and sooner we do, we will be better, but it is going to be the most difficult thing to convince the farmers and take them along. Next one. So basically we have to increase the diversity of seed, as my friend Sanjay Gupta said, that we are going for monoculture, only one type of variety and all that. So we need to increase that diversity of crops, diversity of seeds within a crop. All these things become very much necessary. The next area of future is going to be mineral fortified foods. Basically, we look at, there are 2 industries which are of great importance for the future. One is the pharma industry or health care industry, and the other one is agricultural industry. Pharma industry is something like, if there are diseases, how to cure it, that is the kind of thing that will happen. And agricultural sector or food could become a tool. How do we really provide all the nutrients that are required so that human beings become more healthy? So lot of efforts are going on. We all know about golden rice, which has been much talked about, but many other initiatives are also happening through institutes like ICRISAT with the help of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So Harvest Plus program is going on. Zinc and iron deficiencies are being addressed through wheat, bajra and various other crops. So this could become another area which will be very interesting in the seed sector. Next one. The last one is, of course, the seed enhancement technologies, which is, because seed is going to be one medium which is going to be required in agriculture, and whatever coating we do for the seed, either for protecting the crop from the various pests or for enriching it by giving more nutrition, those are the things which will be definitely seeing more and more of it in future as far as seed is concerned. Next one. So after having covered the future of seed, the Indian seed industry, I don't think we need to really go very much into it, because my colleagues Dr. Vidyasagar and Mr. Bhaskar have covered it. There is, because all said and done, the future is very much research and technology driven, and once we talk about research and technology, it is bound to require more and more investments. And when we talk about more investments, it is going to be consolidation, acquisitions and mergers. These are going to be the order of the day. I know that this is going to be a little bit scary for the small scale sector, but I believe that if small scale sector also tries to do something unique in their own way, in the niche markets, or they specialize in production or R&D, definitely they can provide these kind of services to the larger players. But we will have to take holistic view, and it will call for many more investments in future, and we are going to see large companies which will be operating in this field. This is of course my perspective. If there are any questions, we can cover it up during the thing. Thank you very much. Once again, I thank Gubba.
After a good lunch, it was a good session. An eye-opener for a lot of the seed men. Well, sir, Mr. Vidyasagar Garu, I mean, it was like a small encyclopedia getting overview of what's the behind, पर्दे के पीछे क्या होता है seed industry में. A good overview overall for us. Sometimes scary also, yes. डर के आगे तो जीत है. Info on silos that's the future what India would look into with such volumes growing. And yes, the MNCs which coming with deep pockets in R&D, the hire and fire model they use, rather than going for their capex, they're investing in their own business modules. Yeah, so like I humbly say that rather it's for the seedmen, like seedmen happy, Gubba happy. You win, we win. It's like this. There's a whole saying in Hindi, niyat mein khatra to joli mein phatra. हमारी नियत में खतरा तो नहीं है क्योंकि हमारे जोली में फतरा नहीं है, हमारे जोली में तो हरियाली ही है. So we want that you prosper such that you have the fruit such that we can have a dal. Thank you, sir. Well, sir, Mr. Bhaskara Garu, thanks for your warm-hearted wishes for a cool people like us. Right, it is a recognition to a family, to the seed industry who have been serving for the past 25 years. Yeah, as you said, it's not green as it looks. The grass is green always on the other side. We had got a couple of offers from 200 clients stating, why can't you start a seed industry? I said, I don't want to breed dollars, I want to make money. I want to stay in expertise, like what Mr. Dravid said, I want to be an expertise, I want to be an expert in cold storage. Yes, we are masters in marketing, but we are also masters in preservation. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Dravid, there was very encouraging words for us to take the momentum of Gubba Seed News and Gubba way forward. And why not? We have seen 25 years, so why not 50 years? It was nice to hear about ecological agriculture, which is a need of the hour. Well, friends, we are almost coming to an end, but this cold storage facility, what we are here, it's a dedicated facility, cold storage facility from Monsanto, where we use 2-ton bulk bags. And due to our own limitations, we cannot show you this facility today. But however, there are another 9 other cold storage facilities of Gubba which are around Medchal area. So Gubba would be more than happy to show the other facility which is not dedicated to the seedmen whenever they are interested. Whether it is a rack supported cold storage, whether it is a foundation seed cold storage, whether it is a small bag commercial cold storage or whatever. Future of seed is exciting. It's going to change the face of this country with GM crops, new hybrids, growing industry demands. It's not just an opportunity but a responsibility for Gubba. We at Gubba are coming up with new things, new technologies like germicidal irradiation, ozone fumigation, power saving Peltier refrigeration, kinetic mean temperature, nationwide networked storage solutions, setting up of cold storage in Jalna and Ahmedabad already have shared, solar power to deal the crunch power situations, end-to-end solutions such that the client have peace. A seed bank, what we have already unveiled, 80% of the seed industry shifting to mechanization, that's the need of the hour for the growing volumes, and a seed lab for testing. Thank you.
That were only a couple of things that we have achieved in 25 years. I hope with the time we'll be doing more and more with your collaboration and support. Having so many people on board today, having so many delegates coming in today, it was a massive and acknowledging session the whole day today. There is one member who could not join us today. That's Mr. Vijay Shekhakar, the director of
Mr. Vijay Kashikar.
मैं विजय गोविंद काशीकर अंकुर स्ट्रीट
Has sent his small video recording telecast. We'll be telecasting for 1 or 2 minutes. Yep.
प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, संचालक प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेसिंग क्वालिटी कंट्रोल। मैं गुब्बा को स्टोरेज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, इनके 25 वर्ष पूरे होने जा रहे हैं। उसके लिए मैं उनको पहले उनके परिवार को बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने हमारी इंडस्ट्री के लिए जो 25 साल मेहनत करके बहुत